What is up, all of you awesome and amazing people on YouTube? Kuda Malloy here, coming at you with another exciting video. Slow moving garbage disposal, or it doesn't move at all. If it doesn't move at all, it's kind of scarier. But if it's slow moving, if it sounds like it's working harder than it usually does or whatever, you're probably going to go for this tool first, which is a good idea. Make sure the garbage disposal is off, right? They're both off. I just want to make sure. Okay, they're both off. What you do is, I have an incinerator. So I'm going to come down underneath here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to use the tool to free up the garbage disposal. Right? So that goes in, I spin it. It spins, but it's really stiff. Right? Really, really stiff. So this is where you go to your second attack. Okay. So first attack was the tool. Second attack, baking soda. Okay, so I've already done this, so I'm not going to do it again, but what you want to do is somewhere between a half a pound, 3/4 of a pound, a full pound of baking soda goes into some kind of container, vessel. What you want to do is you want to add just enough water to make a paste, a really, really thick paste. After you've mixed it up and you've made that paste, you pour the paste down into the garbage disposal and then turn it on for about maybe a second or two. Okay, so it's spinning and it's moving. That's good news. What I'm going to do is I'm going to let that paste sit for between 20 to 25 minutes or so and just kind of work its magic. What it's doing is it's breaking up all of the oil. See that oil in there? This was pasta with pesto that I had made. So all that oil solidifies in the sink. As much as I would like to think that I could wipe it all out with paper towels or pour it in the container that I'm then going to throw into the trash, there's always some residual grease, fat, lard, whatever you want to call it, that goes down your sink and eventually into your pipes. Bad news, right? That's the cause of a lot of plumbing problems when it comes to most homeowners' houses, all that kind of stuff. So as much as I would like to wipe it with the paper towels, throw it away in the trash, there's always some residual that gets in there. You make a big pot roast, you wipe the pan out as much as you can, there's always going to be some oil that goes down in there. I would say once a year, minimum, you can do this process. I try to do it once every couple months. I should be doing it once a month just to kind of make sure that everything's running smooth. But as you saw, the garbage disposal was spinning, but it was kind of slow and it was making some like louder than normal noises. It's straining because all that grease is caked in there, stuck in there, right? I'm not going to get too scientific or technical about it, but what the baking soda does is it helps to break apart that grease, that lard, that crusty, hardened stuff that's in there. What a lot of people do is they run hot water. They'll put hot water down there. The problem with that is, yes, that'll loosen up some of the grease, but then the grease will just transfer its way into your pipes and then get stuck in your pipes. What this method does with the baking soda is it gets the particles to become smaller, right? The grease, the lard particles have become smaller so that you can then wash them down the sink with cold water. Cold water is the key. In another video, I'm going to come back with part 2. I'm going to do the whole ice thing where you put ice into the garbage disposal, you put some water in, run the water at like a pencil-sized stream, and then basically turn the garbage disposal on. The ice helps to clump up that grease again, right? With the baking, in combination with the baking soda, and it'll help to carry it out your pipes with cold water on. We're going to do part 2 here pretty soon. Stay tuned for that video. But all that crud that's built up, if you haven't done this ever and it's been a couple years or a few years or whatever, you may want to repeat this process 2, 3, or 4 times initially just to get everything cleaned out. And then on a regular maintenance, at least do it once a year. I do it every 2 months or so, but it's a good habit to get into to make sure that all that grease and lard and whatever else is in there. Things that other people have tried that will destroy your garbage disposal, don't put bleach down there. There's no reason to. The baking soda does a great job. What you could do is occasionally you could put some vinegar in there, let that run for a minute or two, let it sit for just a minute or two, and then run some cold water through. The vinegar helps to decrease the rust, right? Thank God mine doesn't have that much rust. It's just grease that's in there. That's what that is. That's that sticky, that's that crud that's in there. The baking soda removes the grease, the vinegar removes the rust. But like I said, you got to be careful with vinegar or anything acidic because that could cause premature rusting or premature corrosion. So try to avoid using the vinegar if you don't have to. But baking soda, just on its own, with a little bit of water, mix that up into a paste, right? Put the paste down in there. Use more than you think you need. At least a half a pound, if not 3/4 of a pound. I just take one of these whole things, the full pound, and I just make a slurry out of this and put that in there. Anyways, stay tuned for part 2. There's some links down below in the description. Make sure to check those out. Also, there's a like button down there and a subscribe button. Hit both of those if you like what you're seeing. I'll be back with video number 2 with the ice and the water and everything else to completely clean out and flush out this garbage disposal in the next video. So stay tuned for that.